Okay, so stop. You don't need to pay to get your YouTube audit done. I've done it, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can get a free YouTube audit done and what that looks like, a paid YouTube audit done, and what you get from that. And then I'm going to be showing you how you can do your own YouTube audit and audit of your YouTube channel by yourself using AI. Let's step into the video. So hi, my name is Sandra. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I share everything I learn and build with AI. Let's go. The first audit that we're going to look at is the free audit. So I got someone approached me via my email and said that they'd been looking at my channel as a small YouTube creator, and they had a few suggestions that I could use to improve my channel. And so because it was free, I jumped on it and I told them that I was happy for them to audit my channel, which they did. And I like it because they gave me a 5-minute Loom video in which they talked me through some of the key things about my channel to show that they'd had a look at it and could give me some suggestions for improvement. So they looked at my whole channel and provided this video, and I can also look at it at the transcript and read the transcript or just watch the video. So he gives me some things that I can do to improve my channel, and he looks at other people similar to that channel on YouTube and gives me some suggestions. I actually took one of his suggestions and made a video on stickers, and that performed really well on TikTok and on YouTube. So one thing I noticed now that I've got vidIQ Pro, I noticed that the examples he was giving me there were examples of smaller channels that had done well on certain topics around Etsy, selling online, which is the niche for this channel. And so when you go into vidIQ, you'll see that what he was basically showing me there, those smaller channels with videos that have done really successfully, he was basing that off this functionality in vidIQ, which is called the outliers functionality. And in there, you can ask vidIQ to show you some channels in your niche that are small channels but have had a whole lot of views for certain topics. And then you can mimic those, or you can watch those videos and see how they did it. And then that could give you ideas of video or content types that you could produce. So I actually learned that a few weeks ago, and I realized that what this guy did for me was actually using the outliers functionality within vidIQ, which I can do as well. But I really like the fact that he took his time and gave me the video, and in the end, he did recommend some things I could do on my channel to change, and then he offered his services. So I think this is actually a good idea, even going forward, if I ever have to show someone or to provide my services to anyone, I could do it as a Loom video, which is very interactive. I really like the fact that it was a video and not just a long report. So, and I know if I do need any like video editing or thumbnail design work done, I'll definitely be reaching out to him. The next audit I want to show you is the one that I actually paid for. So I paid about $51 for this audit. And yeah, because I was stuck, I didn't know what to do to grow my channel. And so I thought, well, if I put some money towards it, I might get a good result. So I'll just show you the type of what I got back for the $50. Okay, so this is the audit that I actually paid for, and it came as a 4-page document. And basically, I did learn a few things from this. For example, it taught me a bit around the fact that of my content was too short. So for long form content, they were suggesting that I should keep it to like 12 to 15 minutes long instead of having some videos that are 8 minutes, some that are 5 minutes, some that are even 3 minutes. And I think I even had one that was like 2 minutes. So this just taught me that I need to make sure that my videos are kind of around that 8 to about 15 minutes long, which is what I'm trying now with this new channel. The other thing that I got in the feedback there was around um, the fact that my intro on my videos was rather long and that I should keep the intro to just 10 to 20 minutes. And I wasn't using end screen call outs. So I'll just end the video without kind of going, hey, watch this video next. It really goes through some of the things that I've been talking about in this video, that sort of thing. So I wasn't doing that, and I've learned to do that. And then also that I need to speak a little bit more clearly. I think there was a video that I posted where I hadn't used a mic, and so the sound was not very good. So that's the other thing that I'm learning. And then they just talked about some of the things around what the YouTube algorithm um, looks at. And so I've just learned quite a bit from reading this report. Things like that I should look at my title and my thumbnails. And the other thing that's considered is the click-through rate and the average view duration. So these are some of the things that they were quite, for me at that time, though it was a lot, but now as I learn more and more about YouTube, I'm starting to understand what they were talking about, how often I should post, 1 to 2 times a week, and suggested posts. I looked at those and they didn't quite suit where I was planning to go with that channel. They were quite difficult or tricky for me to do. So I didn't follow through on these, unfortunately. And now I'm finding other ways, like using vidIQ has been much better in terms of giving me ideas for content. And then they also just gave me some quick tips on how to use YouTube Shorts. And yeah, and that was the report. So looking more at a summary of how I can grow on YouTube, how often I should post, um, and and the length of my videos, and how I should incentivize people to engage and subscribe. And yeah, so I learned quite a few good things from this report as well. And I've taken the suggestions from this paid audit, and I'm actively using those suggestions. And now I'll show you how you can do a YouTube audit using AI. So if we go here in ChatGPT, I just gave ChatGPT this prompt: act as a YouTube specialist from Think Media, because I love Think Media, and do a professional audit of my YouTube channel. And I gave the link there. And this is what ChatGPT came back with. They also do a channel overview. They look at my niche and they look at the content volume, how many videos I've got. They look at some of the strengths of my YouTube channel, and then they talk about the areas for improvement. So unlike the paid and the free version, ChatGPT is actually pointing out my banner that I could improve on my banner. I could improve on my about section, which is actually good. I like that. And they ChatGPT are also talking to me about video thumbnails, how I can develop a consistent style for my thumbnails, making them more clear using bold, readable fonts, high contrast colors. The guy who gave me the free audit also talked about my thumbnails, because he does thumbnails as well. And ChatGPT here talking about imagery that I could use or icons that I could use. And then ChatGPT also talked about how I can improve my video titles and descriptions. And this is something that none of the free or the paid audit didn't talk about playlists. So ChatGPT are suggesting that I organize my content and create playlists so that I can group related videos together. And then ChatGPT also talks about engagement, how I can use call to action, asking people to like, comment, and subscribe. And this ChatGPT are the only ones suggesting that I really utilize my community tab. Yeah, really thorough. And then they are suggesting tools for further analysis like TubeBuddy. I've used that a bit on a free TubeBuddy. I've used that. At the moment, I've paid for vidIQ. They had a special going, and I'm really loving vidIQ for giving me suggestions for content and helping me write YouTube descriptions, giving me tags to use. It's been really invaluable. And this is another one, YouTube Analytics, which I've never used before. And then they give me an action plan. So yeah, ChatGPT did a good job there. I'll show you another one that I use. I also use Manus AI and see what Manus would suggest. So I went into Manus AI and I asked the same prompt to act as a YouTube specialist and do a professional audit of my YouTube channel. And okay, I'll just say, just act as a professional YouTube specialist. And then let's see what Manus AI comes back with. So I like Manus AI. I just like the fact that it takes you through the process. It will take a few minutes, so it's not as fast like here, like ChatGPT. It was like within a few seconds, I had that audit report. Manus AI looks and to think and understand your prompt, and then it will produce a report, which I really like. So let's see what we get from Manus AI. Okay, and then after about almost 13 minutes, we have our YouTube channel audit report. And it comes with an executive summary and it also goes through the channel overview and basic analysis of the channel. It shows the external links that I used, the initial observations, and then it goes through a content analysis and performance evaluation. Wow. They look at a sample of recent videos and look at the views and the age of that video. So it looked thoroughly into each video. And then it analyzes the channel here, looks at the search engine optimization assessment. It talks about video titles and thumbnails, that titles are generally descriptive and include keywords relevant to the content. However, there's room for improvement in crafting more compelling, click-worthy titles. So we hear that again. Thumbnails are not directly analyzed in this audit, but they play a critical role. Let's see what else. They've looked at tags and metadata. So metadata is just the information about each video. They look at audience engagement and community analysis. So they've looked at the community tab, recommendations to increase engagement, increase frequency of interactive posts, like using more polls, Q&A sessions, open-ended questions to boost engagement. So I like that. Manus AI have looked more on the side of the community posts and how I can use those, running contests and giveaways, featuring community content, highlighting comments, questions. Yeah, good ideas. And then they've done a competitive analysis and benchmarking. Then they've got recommendations and actionable steps around what I could do with my content strategy, what I can do with my SEO, and what I can do for audience engagement. And then the conclusion. Wow, this is so detailed. So I guess, yeah, so you don't need to pay for a YouTube audit because, like we can see here, ChatGPT and ManusAI just went all out to give us such a good report. And if you know something about auditing, you could then tweak these reports and 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 just use them in a much better way. But even for me, I'm going to take these recommendations that I've got from Manus AI and from ChatGPT and use those to grow my new channel. So you can use AI to do an audit of your YouTube channel and get some ideas for how you can grow. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think about doing YouTube audits using AI. I just think this is such a fantastic idea. And because we've compared it with a free audit and compared it with a paid audit, you can really see that you can really get some good results if you do your YouTube audit using ChatGPT or Manus AI. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. I'll leave you watching this video where I just look at some of the weird and wonderful ways that people are using ChatGPT for. Hope you enjoy that video. Thanks for watching. Bye.